Hi, I'm Darla Bucalo, and this is my sister,
Karen Schwenzik.
and we are going to show you the petal baskets. This is the large, and this is the small that was used to make the strawberry. You've probably seen them before in videos. Then this is the large 6-petal, and this is the small, made as a flower for a nice little girl's pouch. And this is the one that we're going to be showing you for this video. Okay, today with the basket and the petals, this is the template that's for the petals, and it's the no slip so that you can not slip with it. And if it is on fabric, it won't slip on the fabric, but you can still move it to cut it. And this is the template that's used for the basket. Linda Winter has videos that she did on those, so you can go check those out. This is for the 6-petal one, and
Which is what this is.
yeah.
And if you flip it on the bottom, it's easy to see how the 6 petals come together.
Got some of my threads on it though. And then what we start out with is the petal. I took and I did a 3.5-inch wide strip of fabric, and then I put SF101 on the top piece, and on the bottom piece it's just the regular fabric. I used the core bond in the petals,
In the petal part of it.
and for the interfacing so it's stiffer and will hold up. So I'm going to have Karen sew this.
You're going to cut out 6 of the petal pieces and 6 of the, so petal flower pieces and 6 of the petal base pieces.
And when we sew the lining, I left a good 2.5–3-inch opening for turning for later.
And you used a core bond on the outside fabric, but nothing on the inside?
Right, just regular fabric.
If you need more guidance on how to cut with her, Linda Winter's templates, you can find a video online at winterdesigns.com. And if you have a needle down feature, works really well for going around these curves because it sticks it, and then you're not going to slide sideways when you're trying to turn. There we go.
And then once it's sewn, then I take and I pink the edges, and I go within like 1/8 of an inch of the seam that was done.
Yeah, don't cut the seam.
Because if you cut the seam, then you'll have to re-sew it. And
you just need to do the curvy part.
And then once I do that, then I turn it inside out.
Do you want me to give that a press over here?
If you would do that, that would work.
And I like using the turning tool. If you have a stiletto or a
Yes.
turning tool, that really helps to get the seams to poke out nice.
And then once the petal is done, then we take it, and I usually, the side that has interfacing on it, I put it up so that it has the stability.
So it's got the smooth around the seam area.
Yeah, the stability up. I'm gonna quick grab a pen here.
There's another one here.
And then you take and you pin in each one of the 6 petals, the actual petal of the flower, and then I take this because I want to use that for the gathering that you do, and this will end up being the center of the flower.
And what size did you cut that?
2.5 inches wide.
Okay. And I've got a ton of rulers that are 2.5 inches that
2.5
have the no
inches
slip.
wide, and then you fold each end in 1/4 inch and another 1/4 inch, and just sew that down so that you've got finished ends.
On the ends.
And then you fold it in half and iron it, and then you can pin it up.
Okay. And then to find the center, I just kind of find the center of this, and then I have the center marked with a pin, so that way I know where I need to for
Start the thing.
centering it. And then take the pin that's here and then also on this side. And then once I have that pinned in place, then I want to take the lining and I'm going to leave it with the good side on the inside, so good side to good side.
And it's made with the same template as the outside piece.
Yes. Now I just got to fit it.
And do it without stabbing yourself.
Yeah.
That would be a good thing.
And then match the seams to the outside fabric and then pin. And can go around.
And you match each seam, and you don't have to worry about leaving a hole when you sew that around, because when we sewed the petals together, we left a hole on one of the petals, so that's how we're going to turn it inside out, or back to the right sides out. Y'all need to really go to Linda Winter's website. She's got a lot of neat templates.
Thank you. And if you're looking for videos, my YouTube channel is Linda Videos, and it's one word. So if you go search for that, Linda Videos. I also have a link on my website, so you can go there from my website too. But Linda Videos, and then check out the playlists. The playlists will give you an idea of where you can find things. But you can also just use the search bar and type in petal baskets or baskets. So be able to find this and lots of other projects.
So then when I get the most of these pinned, got a couple more here, then you're going to stitch around 1/4 of an inch around where it's all pinned.
I think I'm going to take the extension off my table, because then it'll make it a little bit easier.
Yep.
And then that way I can do it underneath the arm of the thing here. Do it like this. That pin's weird.
Now, one of the things we hadn't talked about, but as you're sewing, if you didn't use Decor Bond and you didn't use SF101, but you used a fusible fleece or even a foam, you could make this so it was a basket with petals, the flowers, that stayed open. And I think that would be really cute to have, on your table with a bunch of little treats inside or gifts or whatever. But, the drawstring then isn't really a drawstring as much as it is just kind of a, yeah. Yeah, I think that would be really cute too.
Yeah, it would.
So, and it's just how comfortable you are with using fusible foam, but making it a little bit softer and more pliable. You can also do fusible fleece on both layers, and then also a layer of SF101 on both layers too. Would give it a little bit more stability, and then it would stay open.
There you go.
Okay, now we're ready to turn this inside out.
You pulled all the pins out.
Yep.
Make sure you get the pins, or you're going to stab yourself.
And once you get it turned inside out, then you'll be ready to put the strings on it, the cord, to do for the drawstrings.
Isn't that looking cute?
That's adorable.
And then get it so that it's kind of more open, and then
Do you need a top stitch around here?
No,
Okay.
don't need it. And
Nope.
then you take a safety pin and
And you just knot the cord in the end of the safety pin. There's a little loop there.
and thread it all the way through. And then I'm going to go back the other way.
And you're basically taking the width of the casing twice plus,
Plus some to tie in.
yeah.
Depends on what kind of a cord holder you want to put on as to how long
Yeah.
that you want to do it for. And then I'll take the other one and just tie it. I just tied this one just once.
Hopefully it doesn't come undone in the middle.
It didn't on
Wow.
this other one.
But yeah, I thought you had it double knotted on the other one.
Nope. I
Nope.
didn't.
Okay. I'm wrong. You now have that on video. You can don't tell my husband though.
Somehow I don't think we have to worry about him watching the video.
No, we don't.
Not all the way through anyway.
Well, if it came apart though.
See? Aha.
But at least I caught it. But I didn't the last time. Aw.
Sorry, y'all. This is just me being weird.
Sisters.
And then once you get it all the way through,
There we go.
then I want to undo it. And then this is where you can take the ends and
Poke
feed
them
them
through a cord thing. I don't know what the name for those things
Cord
is.
stops.
Cord stop.
I have
And I like to take and just do a knot.
Not at the end after that. Yeah.
That way then it can't come off. And then this side.
And you don't have to use a cord stop. You can just tie a knot here if you
Yep.
want, or add a bead or whatever. But cord stops are just one more addition that makes it kind of fun for girls and
Yep.
kids in general to play with. And they're in different colors and different sizes and different styles.
I remember when cord stops first came out on coats. I used to play with mine all the time.
Yep. It's a cool thing.
So then you can
Pull it.
pull it and gather it all together.
And look at how the petals turned in that time. That's kind of a cool look too.
Yep.
You know, it changes the look of the flower completely.
Well, this one could go tighter too and have it be.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
And then the flower
Yep.
petals look a
How
little
pretty is
cuter.
that?
Yeah.
Yep. Aren't those cute? And you can give this as a gift stuffed with some goodies or all by itself, but it's definitely one of those things that a little girl or a big girl is going to love to carry.
Look for the video on winnerdesigns.com.
Perfect. Thank you, Darla and Karen.
You're welcome.